Okay, again, good evening, everyone. Thank you for so many people coming in this starting of the semester of the fall semester for Data 630. We decided to do this, let's say, course overview in the beginning of the semester. So many things which you can overlook for for different reasons are said explicitly, and moreover, if you have the opportunity to ask questions. Since we are many in this call, please start collecting your question in the chat, and we will see if at the end we can answer them. You can pause them unmuting yourself, or we are going to read them from the chat. It depends how this goes. So thank you again. And the agenda for today is we're going to talk about the outline of the course, very general information, different assignment topic, the grading, some miscellaneous issues, and the week one activity. Of course, we plan to do good question and answer, whatever questions are coming. We are going to try to answer all the questions in the today's session. If time permits, we are going to do quick walkthrough to R, although the walkthrough, the full session for RStudio is scheduled for next Monday at the same time. You still have not received the invitation because we don't want that you keep several invitations before one is already gone. With no more, I proceed with what we have in plan. So just to get started and everything clear in the class, keep you bio posted and up to the date. You are already in the third class of the program, so you already know how to navigate Leo, where to find the different features, and I don't think there is an issue as to keep your bio posted. And very important, current email address. Whatever you have in my UMUC should be the email address you are actually checking frequently, because some information is going to come through email, even though it's in the classroom. Very important things are repeated by email, so you don't miss the opportunity, even though if you don't go to the classroom every single day. Email very important. And of course, post. We try to engage everyone in the class. This is part of our online learning. Post something of your interest in what you do for the living. Here are the main topic for the. Let me see something. Yeah. Okay. Here are the main topic which we are going to cover in this class. You already understand in this program that data mining is extensive area of study. It's actually, let's say, this is a process. It's not just collection of algorithm and method. This is a process. So we are going to try to do in this intensive 6-credit course as much as possible, but whatever is reasonable to learn in a single course. After this one, you are going to continue with most of the topic in different realm, which is the predictive analytic modeling class. So both these classes, Data 630 and Data 640, are the heart of the Master of Science of Data Analytics. Very important. And you can feel that some of the things we do 2 and 3 times even in the program, just because that is the study show that human being, in order to understand something really in deep, has to do it sometime repeatedly. So the topics are here listed. You have them in different fashion in the syllabus schedule. I'm going to return to this later. And I want to tell you how this course, and most of the courses in the data analytics program were designed, so you understand the way the assignments are posted. This course, like all Master of Science of Data Analytics courses, are developed as a competence base. What that means? That means that there is not enough that you learned something, that you learned what is, for instance, unsupervised classification, what are the main and the most important methods of unsupervised classification. You have to show that you really learned by applying this to real data and giving insights using different methods and algorithms for unsupervised learning to get insights from this data, which is the main. There are people which are on mute and we cannot hold the conference this way. Please keep yourself muted. So let's continue. Again, you are going to be assessed practically on what you can do, not only about what you know. You may know that the algorithm for unsupervised learning are this and this and this, but you have to show that you can implement them. So that is the meaning of competence base. And since you have to, for this to invest time to learn and to implement, they are fewer, let's say, assignments in number. Actually, they are, let's say, 6 writing assignment, not 5. I have a mistake here in this slide. They are 6 writing assignments and 1 PowerPoint presentation plus discussion. So you have in average 2 weeks in average, let's say for a 12-week course, you have in average 2 weeks per assignment. Some assignments are just because are simpler than others, are compact in time, and you already have observed this in the course schedule. It's very important that you understand that the weeks between the assignments, activity like learning software or discussion are to facilitate the understanding of the material, so you get enough knowledge so you can, let's say, apply what you have learned. And in order to apply, of course, you need to learn software. The software in this class is RStudio. You are going to use a single software, which is open source, let's say, the prevalent in the industry tool for data mining today is R. That is the package you are going to use in this course. And why? Because all our courses, I don't know who is on mute. I'm again going to make a break, find out, and mute it. Let's see who is. Please stay muted so we don't have this echo. Thank you. So again, why we are doing the competence base? Our curricula is advised by advisory board, by industry, and we try to be in line with what industry is looking for in this field. Our advisory board, as listed here, is comprised for a company like Booz Allen, Lockheed Martin, Mitre. We have a lot of relations with the U.S. government, with different departments, Department of Commerce, and others. And with here are listed just part of the people in our advisory board. And we, in regular base, meet with them to get their requirements, what they expect from the graduates. So every assignment designed in the program, including this class, is related with the requirement we are getting from industry, of course, as possible. And as the team change version of software, predominant software, we are updating our courses. And as such, in the last 3 months, the program was recognized by several important awards because is showing what the industry is expecting for our graduates, recognized by the National University of Technology Network and the University Professional and Continual Education for Mid-Atlantic region in which we are. So I'm bringing this information so you understand why we are asking you to work, to select a data set, and to work and show us the code and show us the conclusion and your analysis as a data analyst about the insights you find from data, which is the main objective of the data mining. So this was very general information related to the program and to the course implicitly. This course is taught, this fall we have 4 sections. Here are listed the faculty for each section, and we are holding this meeting for all 4 sections. That is going to be the pattern in the semester. We are going to make the effort so we keep you contacted and informed, and we are going to work as a team for Data 630. Since all the classes are, let's say, they have the same content, the same assignment, just the difference are the instructor, and the instructor bring, let's say, the salt, pepper, and the vinegar in the course with his with his experience. So listed here, the first section is Professor Bhatti, the second is Shirani and Eras, the third one is Vargas and Rispoli, and the fourth one is myself, Elena Gorcheva. Actually, I was in such a hurry, and with all this muting, I forget starting talking to tell who is talking to you. So that's myself, Elena Gorcheva. Beside that, I'm teaching the 9043 section. I'm the program chair for the Master of Science in Data Analytics. That's why I took the liberty to inform you how the whole program is, let's say, is constructed, so you feel the course as a part of the whole program, and you will bring this knowledge of this class is going to be very useful in the continuation of the program until the end of it. So here are listed the email addresses, and most important, you see, since the course is competence-based, and as competence-based, you will be using a software package like RStudio to implement actually the algorithm for data mining, the data set you have selected. We have a support for TA in each class. So you are not alone when you are struggling with the software. You have your TA to contact in and get whatever help you may need. Of course, the help should be clear. We are here master degree students. The help of the TA is to help you overcome any hurdle with the software. Of course, it's not to do the assignment for you. This is understandable, and it's very important that you understand this. So up to here, I'm going to stop. If there is a question up to here, just unmute yourself quickly and ask it. If no, I'm continuing. No question up to here. Okay, we can continue. Well, I talk about already RStudio, and we get a chance since your task in the first 2 weeks is to get used to the software, have it in your computer, and get the introductory knowledge of the class. Maybe we will get time. It depends on the number of questions for some quick walkthrough to the RStudio installation. I don't know, is this visible, this slide? I see it very small in my screen. Can you see it? Yes, okay, thank you. Thank you. I can read that. So, excellent. I hope everyone already reviewed the syllabus. I'm going to go very quick so you understand what the assignments are in this course besides reading the syllabus just with words from the professor. How is organized this competence-based course? It's organized in 7 modules. You already saw in the module 1 open, some of the classes have all modules open. Modules run between 2 and 1 week. The first one runs week 1 and 2. What you have in each module, besides the learning material, which are in the course content, which all are OER, which is Open Educational Resources, presented in the way which is the most helpful to learn the weekly concept. You will have assessment, and the assessment are each week, each module, you have what is named here are exercises. This is hands-on, very small to get feeling of the basic algorithm in data mining we are going to use for the corresponding module. Each of them is just 2 points, but it's very important that you practice this. So that's why we are not giving this without price. You get some grade on this, and I can tell you the recommendation how to work in each module is you work in the exercises after, of course, you complete the basic reading, and then you move to the assignment. The assignment is, let's say, comprised more about the whole module objective to learn. So that means all 6 modules you will have exercises, and all 6 modules you will have major assignments. Some of them are, let's say, most of them are 10% of your grade except one, the smaller one. And in addition to that, we have group project, which is assignment 7, and is worth 20 points. In this group assignment, we are going to work the first few weeks just to get you comfortable, not in hurry. Until the end of week 3, you can make your mind and request, if you have special requests, who you would like to work with to your instructor. But at the end of the day, the instructor is going to form the team, and you are going to start working in the team project. The team project, in fact, runs from week 4 to week 12. So this is related with the assignment, and I'm going to go very fast over what is each assignment of comprise, like a topic in line with the topic we mentioned in the beginning. You will start in the first module. The main assignment is to identify data mining concept and the data mining tool set review. And what you are going to submit for this assignment is a PowerPoint presentation. You have to look to what is in your class named as a description of all assignments. Let me see if I can share my screen and show you what I mean by this, because at some point I have feeling that not everyone is looking for everything in the classroom. Okay, so let me share this screen very quick. Okay, this is the data mining class, very important. You should go through the syllabus in all detail, and if you have questions, don't hesitate to ask them. In the course content, you have something which is named instruction for assignment. I suggest you download this file, you look at it, and you understand, because these are general instructions as well as the syllabus. You have to be aware about all these general instructions. Okay? No question up to here? I'm going to the presentation again. That's the first assignment. The second one, since the definition of data mining is defined as a process that starts from apparently any data and try to extract knowledge. The data can be structured, unstructured, and the pattern are unknown. The aim of data mining as a process is to get insight, extract knowledge from this data. And as you understand, any data comes not in the best clean way. That's why some module 2 is going to concentrate in a very important point of data mining, which is data preparation and visualization. Actually, most of the data analysts and scientists is demonstrated that right now spend, let's say, 70–80% of the time in preparing data for data analysis, data mining. That's why we have a meaningful assignment in data preparation and visualization. Then third, more in the module 3, we are going to understand important data mining tools, which are the association rule mining. Again, everyone, please stay muted. We are disrupted a little. Okay, thank you. So in module 2, 3, you will try to understand and apply association rules, which is important tool in data mining. In assignment 4 is another very important piece of data mining, which is the statistical data mining, and you will have to work on data sets focusing in what is linear and logistic regression. For assignment 5, you are going to practice what you have learned about supervised classification and apply decision tree to a select data set. Besides decision tree, you will be studying neural networks. I'm going to stop and look who is not mute again. Please mute yourself because it's a lot of noises. Okay. I don't know who is not mute. I cannot find it either, even. But it's a lot of echo and noises I'm listening. Thank you. Will be okay. So assignment 5 is in the important supervised classification, applying decision tree, and in 6 is here I have a mistake. This is unsupervised classification, which is clustering. Assignment is unsupervised classification, apply cluster analysis to a select data set. I will make correction to these two parts in the presentation before posting in the classroom. And as a team, you are going to work cooperatively to execute a project to solve more advanced data mining problems. Besides this basic supervised, unsupervised classification, statistical data mining, and association rule, you can go with more sophisticated methods, but moreover to solve more complex problems like text mining, web mining, social network mining. So you will be guided through to the group project with the instructions which are in the classroom and asking questions for the instructor. The discussion item, for each module we have one discussion, except one. They are 5 of them, and they are graded. So it's very important. This is not to push you mandatory to put whatever. It's very important that you participate in the discussion, because actually this is part of the way we learn in online environment. So besides discussion regarding the topic, which are 5 of them, you can ask questions regarding the software in the place which is for this purpose, and also you can add something interesting, you have fun related with the topics of the course, and you can share with your colleagues. So we empower the learn together, and the aim of all this discussion is to get better experience of learning online. Any question, comment up to here? I don't see any. So I'm moving forward. As I mentioned previously, all the resources in the classroom are open educational resources. Even if you see a lot of textbook chapters in PDF form uploaded to the classroom, but as previously classical university that you have to buy a textbook, you don't have to do this fall semester. We started with all the resources uploaded in the classroom, so you can use them. Downloading or reading is up to you. Besides a chapter of textbook, they are, let's say, top article related with the topic we are studying. And some links will be updated during the semester because this is the normal process with the OER. Whatever relevant happen and appear, we will provide you as an instructor to the most relevant link during the semester. One very important suggestion is to check the news section as often as possible. If you can do this daily, it's very important. Why? Because whatever happens first appear in the announcement area. Everyone knows what I'm referring to. They already 2 times we got this change of the name. So that's why I'm going to share again my screen so we know what we are talking about. We are talking about the news area, which was renamed several times. And the news area is when you go to the course, you go to the main page of the course, okay? Here we go. Announcement. Now it's announcement, was previously news, and previously was announcement. So sometimes we will have to refer to what we are talking about when this name starts changing. So you understand the news and announcement is the same thing I'm referring to. Okay? Any comment up to here? No? We continue. Here I want to point to something which is applied for this course, but for all the courses in the program and the whole graduate school. This is in the syllabus. For the whole graduate school, it doesn't matter which course, it doesn't matter which program, the benchmark about grading in the graduate school is the B. That means what is described in the assignment, if you do exactly what you are asked to do, that is the standard B grade. In order to get the A, you have actually to go more and deep and add deep and breadth of your answer and go above and beyond the topic, so you show mastery in understanding and implementing and applying the concept so you can get A. And again, this is not just for this course, this is just consistency for all graduate school. And sometimes, since the syllabus, let's say the document, I have to recognize, is quite extensive document. Even if, and I know that today almost no one is printing anything, you just read in the web, and you scroll down, and some of the sections, for some reason, are just don't receive the needed attention. That's why I decided I should call your attention to this. So, in summary, what you need to do each week. You need to go to the module corresponding to this week and to read the lesson outline, the summary, the required reading, any video multimedia which is uploaded for this week, and to review what the class activity are. And of course, the class activity includes assignment due, discussion, group project discussion, And very important, like from the beginning of the program, it's very important you schedule time every week. If you skip a week in a 6 credit course, let me tell you, if you haven't done this yet, it's very difficult to catch up. It's almost impossible because this is intensive credit courses and the average expectation is 15, 20 hours a week. And of course, this is average. It depends of your background. Some of you are well prepared in the area. Maybe don't have to spend so much time. They have to go more in deep, and they still can spend the time because we have a lot of resources in the classroom. But some of you, maybe by background, need to spend really more time to catch up and to go to the level which is expected for this class. So again, read the announcement area and watch for additional guidance, links of interest, and instruction. It's very important that you don't hesitate, whatever is related with the course material or with the course, with the software. Usually these are questions you don't know, but they are relevant to most of your colleagues. So post them in the corresponding Q&A discussion section in the class. And what is good from this is the probability that you are going to get the answer faster is not just because the TA or the instructor is going to respond to you, but maybe some of your colleagues already know the answer to this question. So, and this empower everything. If this is not relevant to everyone, then use the email, and our goal is to respond to every time on time, and 24 hours is our goal. Before going to some interesting things, I wanted to point very quickly, because the subject is very, just to make sure that there is not disorientation, I would like the other professors who are in the call today joining me, Vargas, I see Ed, Vargas, I see is Vargas here. If you have something important, because I'm sure I'm missing something, please tell us.
Yeah, no, this is good. This is Vargas, by the way. Hi, everyone, and welcome to the course. I just wanted to say, maybe along the lines what Elena was saying, when you think about the posting your questions, think about the relevance, and if this is somewhat of a coding question, think about it posting in a section for questions for TA. If it's more for organizational or algorithmic or the theoretical or conceptual, think about posting to questions to a professor. And like Yelena said, this is very very important to leverage this feature because as you post questions, your classmates would gain from those answers, and at some point you will see if someone already raised the question that you're trying to address. So be sure to leverage this feature, which will be very useful. Another thing, I don't know, Elena, if you'll be touch basing the grading and the timelines for grading. Might be students might be interested in knowing that.
Well, we try to do this in reasonable short period of time, no more than 5 days at least myself, and this is the benchmark. Why? Because you get feedback, and for the weekly exercises even shorter, because this is our small assignment, so you get feedback very fast about these exercises, lab exercises in R, which are very small, 2 points for each of them. But then you learn from the feedback what you missed, so you can do better in the assignment. So we try to do this grading and extensive feedback in a reasonable way, so you can use it in a useful way. Thanks, Vargas. Anyone? Pardo? Nothing? So we can continue. Okay. let me tell you, I have 4 slides coming now. I'm not going to talk to them. I'm just going to show them, and we are going to talk, let's say, along the first module, somehow incorporate, because there is a lot of hype and disorientation about data mining is very well defined, let's say, very well defined subject, and this for some reason is very small. Anyway, it seems I didn't save the previous image. So anyway, I'm going to provide you the PowerPoint with better visibility here. This is the Gartner cycle of the hype cycle of emerging technology. And here on the top is machine learning. And what happened very interestingly between the 2015 and 2016 is that big data disappeared from the hype cycle. And now we have what is machine learning, and which is closely related with data mining, and we have to understand this stuff. Why this happened, we can continue talking in class or in any of the next sessions we will have. I want that you reflect and learn. I just want to present this graphical presentation so you can see the machine learning are, let's say, mostly algorithm which data mining use, and data mining itself is part of what is knowledge discovery, although many times we use this indistinctly. Okay, so please ask your question now, and we will try to answer all of them. Questions? I don't see any. No question up to here. Well, if we don't have questions, I will try to use the time wisely and to get you started. Since the first 2 weeks, you have to get, actually, you should do this the first week, is my recommendation. You have to install RStudio in your laptop. The instructions are in the classroom, and I will give the presentation role to Elena. Elena, are you here? Oh, yeah. Are you ready to present? Okay.
Sure.
So since I don't see any question, we are going to use the time wisely, and she's going to try to start you with RStudio, although we are going to do more extensive presentation on RStudio on Monday. Next Monday. Okay, you are presenter now.
Yeah, but I have to say share my screen. Okay, so let me know when you can see it. Can you see it now?
Yes, yes.
Okay, so basically what you guys need to do is you need to download R first, right? And you want to download the latest version. So I realize that some of you may have R installed already, but you need to have the latest version, right? 3.3.1. You do that, and after that you need to download the RStudio, and the instructions are in the classroom. So RStudio is a graphical environment that you're going to use, and when you launch the program, by clicking on a shortcut or through the start menu, this is what you're going to see. So here are 3 main panels, right? Here is a console. This is where you type your code, and this is where you're going to see your output, right? Here you see the environmental variables. Right now I have nothing. It's because I just opened the RStudio. I have not done anything. Now here is the history, which means that all commands that I ran before are going to appear in here. Right, so when you just install the RStudio, you're not going to see anything, right? So now here, that plot tab is where you're going to see the plots that you do. Packages, I'm going to talk about this more on Monday, right? So basically, the code is organized into packages. Some packages come with R installation, and some of them you would need to install, and we're going to show you how. Now you're going to like the help system. This is really great, and I'll show you how to use it. Alright, so now let's get started. Basically, you have some built-in datasets that already come with RStudio installation. And to see them, you can just type data. And that will show you the list of datasets that you already have, right? So what you could do is, to start with, you can work with the datasets that are already here, which is Iris data is one of the datasets that comes with RStudio installation. That's what you are asked to do in your first assignment. And then next week, when we have a WebEx on Monday, I'm going to show you how to import your own data, right? So now what else you could do, what I was going to do is I was going to show you some basic commands just to help you get started. So now the help system, right? So what you do is you just type the question mark and you just type the command name. For example, there's a command name summary, right? So I just put the command name and hit the enter key, and I'm gonna see the help page for this command. So I'm gonna see the examples and how to use it and so on, and what input it takes, and here are the details. The same thing is I can find out more about each dataset here. What I'll do is I have to type the question mark and I can type the dataset name and I'm gonna get a help page, right? Explanation about my data, right? So that's one thing. Now, suppose that I run a command and I want to rerun it again without typing. There are multiple ways to do it. One way to do it is you have an up error, right? You have an up error key on the keyboard. So if you go up, it's going to show you the previous command that you ran. So that's one way to do that. And you just, after that, you just select the command and you hit the enter key, right? Or you can also do this. You can go to your history and you can just select this command right here, for instance, and I want to hit to the console and hit enter. That's how you run. Now, what is this? This is one of the built-in data sets. And a summary command is just going to show me the descriptive statistics. It's going to show me the variables, and for each variable, for each continuous variable, it's going to show me the minimum, maximum, median, and so on, right? So I see the 6 numbers right here. All right, so here, this is a categorical variable. It's going to show me the value and the number of observations in the data set that have which value. So now, very important command is, you're going to like this one, head command. And what it does is, it takes the data set name as an input, right? So I'm going to type the infertility data set. And what it lets me do is, it lets me preview the first 6 rows. The default is 6. If I don't specify the number of rows, it's going to do 6. But if I ask you to do the 10 rows, you just have to put 10 in here, right? So this is one of your favorite commands. It's going to be head. Then you're going to like the summary command, right? Because you want to see the statistics for your data. What else? You're going to like the str command. Str command tells you the structure, right? Okay, so that's the main difference between the summary and str. str shows you the variable data type, right? Number of observations. And then another command to start with is dim, right? It's also going to show you the dimensions of the data set, right? Number of observations and number of variables. So that's a good start. Another important thing is that, and that's what you asked to do in your first week exercise, just to verify that you in fact successfully installed RStudio. One of the commands is rversion. r.version. It's going to show you the current version of RStudio on your PC. Right, so this is basically to make sure that you have the correct version installed. It's a verification. Now, another important command is names. You're going to like this one. And what it does is it shows you the variable names. So sometimes if you type in a code and you are afraid to make a typo, so to speak, you can just copy and paste. That's one way. Or another way is that I'll show you what's happening. Like, okay, let me give you an example. I ran the summary command before. I wanted to display the statistics for all variables, right? But what I'm interested in just one. So this is how you do this. You put the data set name, right? Insert, right? And then you put the $sign, and see this? It's a pop-up. It's gonna give you the list of variables, like this. This is how you show the statistics for just one variable, right? So you're gonna read about it more in a walkthrough for this week exercise. But the main purpose of this week exercise is to help you install the R and RStudio and to make sure that you get started. But very important, make sure that you understand how to use these help pages. Like for instance, suppose that I ask you to display the mean of the variable, right? What's mean? So you can do this, right? You're gonna run this and you're gonna get your help here. These are some examples that you can follow. That's really helpful. Now, another thing is to keep in mind is that R is case sensitive. R is case sensitive. In other words, if I do this, and let me type it uppercase, I'm gonna make a mistake on purpose. See this? I put I uppercase, I'm gonna get an error. Object not found. So keep in mind, when you get this error, you always want to check the capitalization, right? And so basically that's what's gonna happen, right? It's case sensitive. Lowercase I is not the same as the uppercase I, right? So now my environment is still gonna be empty because I didn't really define anything. I have been using the data set that already came with installation. There is something else that I did not show you, but I'm gonna show you that on Monday, where you're gonna create a script, and it's gonna show up in the stop section over here. You're gonna say you work on your homework assignments. You, especially starting from the second exercise, you would want to create a script and put all commands in a file because the commands follow the sequence. Suppose that you started working on assignment, which cannot be done in one sitting sometimes, and then you take a break, and when you come back, right, if you happen to close RStudio and you restart the RStudio, the work that you did is gone from the memory. You may need to rerun the commands, right? So what you could do is you save the file, and then you open the file and you run the commands in the file. Like this, if I go to file, new file, oops, file new, RScript. So basically what I can do is I can save all my commands in here in the script, right? Oops. Ooh. Not sure what happened. But anyway, what I could do is, see this? Okay, file, new file, RScript. So basically what I could do is I can type it straight, or I can go to my history, and I can find something from the history that I want to be, suppose that I want this to be my first command in the script. I just go to source, right? And then I save it. So basically this is a good way to sort of like, you save the work, you have a command that was working and you save it. So that way when you come back from your break and when you restart the RStudio, you can just go in and run. See that? You don't need to retype the work that you did, right? So that part is here. Now, be careful with this broom right here because it's gonna wipe all the history. And especially if you're in the environment, this is gonna delete everything that you have, all variables that you have created. I have not defined any, but if I do this, x equals 1, x, this is an assignment operator, right? See this? It created a variable x in here. And what's going to happen if I use this? I'm going to delete this. And I'm going to get a confirmation. See, it's gone. So be really careful with this. Right, so what we're gonna do on Monday, I'm gonna show you how to import your own files. I'm gonna show you how to do some basic data pre-processing commands, such as looking if the data has missing values. We're gonna look at how to see more descriptive statistics. We're gonna look at how to take the subsets from the data, because today I just showed you the head command. But sometimes you may want to extract only specific variables, right? Or sometimes I want to extract the first 5 values of the age variable. We're gonna go through that in more details. But for right now, I want to see if anybody has questions about the basics, like what's expected for the first assignment and for the first exercise. Yeah.
Elena, I think it's a little early if they haven't started.
That's right.
The point is here, I see some question regarding the schedule and the due date, and I want to answer them. In the meantime, they can think about questions regarding what you are presenting. So I see Eric regarding the schedule. The schedule is correct. Let me take the ball. And Eric, which schedule you are referring in the syllabus, right? Eric, can you mute yourself and speak, please? Because we have to straighten this. I don't see him. And I cannot grab the ball even to show where you are.
Let me see if I can give it to you. Not sure how, because I did to stop presenting.
Oh, okay. I'll get it.
Do you have it now?
Yeah, I have it.
I don't know. Earlier I tried to speak. I don't know if you can hear me.
Yes.
Can you hear me? This is for you, Bati. I teach section 9040. I just want to make one comment about the distinction between the assignments and the exercises. And I usually post announcement after the first week, but it is really important to understand the difference between the exercise and the assignment. The exercise meant to give you opportunity to practice the syntax of the R language as well as some of the packages, relevant packages. But I don't expect or I don't accept work if you use, because it defeats the purpose of having practice exercise and assignments in the first place. If you do the same data set that you exercised on to do your assignment, then you're not learning. You are just copying and pasting the outcome from the first exercise to the assignment. And then also, the written report and the assignment is, the expectation is much more developed and well-analyzed report, appropriate for the topic and that. But the main point is you cannot use the same data that you exercise for that same period, for that same module, and use it as a report for your assignment. The exercises are meant to give you some opportunity to explore some of the relevant syntax and the packages, but the assignment is expected to be a well-written report to evaluate the understanding of the concept itself. So I will usually make announcement in the class about this difference between the two, but just keep that in mind.
Great, thank you so much for it's very important. That is really very important because time is you learn. So I think it's clear. I want to show here the assignment folder because here is a question that assignment 7 opens just before the Thanksgiving. Assignment 7 is a group assignment which starts in week 4 and ends in week 12. This is a group project which is semester-long work. It's not to be done in the last week. In the last week, you just submit the report, but you work the whole semester. So if you need the assignment folder open before because your team finished the project before, you just ask the instructor if it's locked, but I don't think this is the problem. So I'm going to show the assignment folder here. And I think this is going to help a little. Here is open. That's not your view. Your view is different, but this is the setting of the 2 days. So the first week you have the academic integrity pledge, and no work is going to be graded if you don't submit this. This should be clear. Then you start with the small exercises, which is just 2 points and assignment 1. Okay, this is during the first 2 weeks. Then the second 2 weeks, which is data preparation, you have the small exercises and the assignment. And here I want to reiterate what the Professor Bhatti mentioned regarding the data set. It's very important you use different data set and you explore, because the different algorithm and methods applied to different data, you learn something different. It's not just what you're going to learn from the data, but how you deal with this algorithm and the corresponding parameter with the data. So this is very important. Now, going to the group project, I'm not going to go over all of them, which is assignment 7. It doesn't matter where it opens. You have to work starting week 4 until the end of the semester. If you are finished earlier, before Thanksgiving, great. You just tell your professor and you submit and you go for holiday waiting for your grade. So I think this is, and I don't know, Eric, regarding the schedule, what exactly is what, Eric, you find incorrect in the schedule? Can you point out, because I don't see anything which is incorrect. The schedule is not in week, it's in modules.
So I think
this is Eric. It wasn't my question. I think the question came from Amir.
Okay. Oh,
it will be helpful if Amir says which course he's taking, because these due dates are set up separately. So which class are you in, Amir?
Oh, I see. The question was directed to Eric.
Hello, this is Maurice Ragland. This is Maurice Ragland.
Yeah.
Hi, this is Maurice Ragland, and I'm seeing the same thing that Anir is seeing. I'm in section 9042, and for the first 2 assignments, they're both showing as due on September 18th for both the exercise and the assignment, and I believe that that's what he was referring to. So the view that you just showed us shows one due on the 18th and one due on the 25th. The view that I'm looking at right now shows both of the assignments due on the 18th.
Oh, you are different section. Which section? Because I'm showing mine, which is 43. Which section you are in?
9042.
Vargas is you.
Yeah.
Check.
Yeah, I'm on it. Oh, I'm seeing that, and I'm fixing it as we speak.
Okay. Very important, and thank you very much. You understand this is human work, so something could be just inconsistent. Don't hesitate, please, to point your instructor, your TA, whatever is possible that we have, because let me tell you, the content for fall with the OER is totally reshaped, so maybe something we missed as instructor, something. And thank you so much to point into this. Any other thing? I don't see in writing, but if you, okay. What about assignment 7? Is the question answered? And also, I want to say the final assignment doesn't do on November 27. 27, let me look. The semester ends on the 4th. 27 is assignment 6, but the group project is due on December 4. Yes, it's correct. The last assignment 6 is due on the 27th November, but the group project is due in the last week, which is which is December 4th. Okay, I see question here from Danny regarding the data set. Can we use any data set for our exercise? Okay, that's excellent question, and I actually didn't get time or forget to point regarding. When you go to your classroom, you are encouraged to use, let's say, the data sets which are posted in the classroom. Let me tell you why. Because if you take whatever data set outside, which is not viewed by your instructor, you may have very hard time and spend time and be not successful in learning. While we encourage you work in the, let's say, domain you are interested in, that's why we provide a lot of resources of data sets. Let me go to the classroom and share my screen. That's not what I wanted to share. Okay. Neither that. Okay. Do you see the classroom now? I hope yes. Is the classroom now what you see in the screen?
Yes, it's showing the syllabus page now.
Okay, so here I want to say that all data selected data set. Why is this selected? These are data sets which are cleared and they are in different domains. So my suggestion is, if you really, in 12 weeks, want to learn the maximum from data mining, I do understand your interest can be heading somewhere different, not here. But it could happen that you will spend a lot of time working with this data set. Of course, if your interest is in healthcare, try to find a data set. Here we have healthcare. If it's financial, you can find data set. It's always better to work with the data set. Here you can find a very good number in almost any domain area you can be interested. Again, we are encourage you to work in the domain area you are interested in. You want to work in healthcare, you work in healthcare. You want to work in marketing, you work in marketing. Whatever you are interested in. And they are data sets of any domain here. Just if you're going to go beyond what we are providing with the data set, a lot of caution. Consult with your instructor. I can tell you, sometimes I have students already teaching data mining. We spent 4 weeks because just they wanted to work with a data set from their job, which is formidable. I applaud this. But what happened is he spent so much time on this and was not able to do the assignment. So what I'm supposed as an instructor to do with him? If I'm advising, if you cannot do anything in 5 days, don't go with this data. Okay? So that's my suggestion. I hope it's clear. Any more questions regarding the data set? No more questions regarding the data set? Okay, thank you, Danny. Any other inquiry? Okay, any other instructor wants to say something? Because I know I'm missing many things. Burgess? Perdue?
I think I'm good. if anything comes out, we can always circulate back and make sure. One was, I guess, the suggestion that I had as we have questions from students and any points, we'll make sure to circulate among professors also, so we make sure that everybody is aligned on our side as well. And if there are any concerns from you guys, please, or suggestions, please make sure to communicate those to us, and we'll be happy to listen to address those questions or concerns.
Thank you.
One just comment about late assignments. I know we have a policy, the school has policy, and then it is covered in the course. You can read about late submission. But in general, it is better for you to, in my case, if you let me know before the assignments are due. I mean, things come up. I completely understand, and most of you are adult learners, so believe me, I understand situations, and I'm flexible. And most professors are. But you have to let us know ahead of time. If you wait for a week after the assignment is due, and I provided feedback on the grading and everything, and then you just send me emails, oh, I was not able to submit. Because there is workload in this assignment, I have to catch up as you do as well for grading for the next sections. So it limits my ability to help you. So, and I think in general, this is the case for most professors. Try to, if you know your schedule is going to be busy the week after next or maybe next week, just send me an email reminder that you won't be able to sleep by a day or two. And like I said, I'll be flexible. So pay attention to that. Don't wait until the last minute and let me know that you were not able to do it. Okay, that's it.
Thank you. Fred, Ed, do you have something to say to your students?
I didn't catch that. It wasn't. Elena, was that for me?
Yes.
Can you repeat it?
No, if you have something to say for the students.
Yeah, that was it. I just want to. I usually post something related to that in the class post, but I want to take the opportunity to clarify that.
Great. Okay. I think that I don't see new questions here. If there are not more, I think this was, I hope, productive session. For 1 hour, we did a lot of stuff. And I just wish everyone to enjoy this class and to learn as much as possible. And for today, enjoy the evening. Oh, again, let me see. Which section is this? I see there is 2 sets of exercise instruction. One is in the assignment folder and is different than the one in the course content. Which section is this? Danny? Which section? Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, it says it's 942, but I'm, again, not sure what he's referring to. 2 sets of exercise instruction. Danny, they usually should refer to the same document. Can you unmute yourself?
I agree. So when you go to the assignment drop down, there's one instruction for exercise 1, and if you go to the course content and navigate through there, there's a different. I'm just wondering if somehow they didn't get linked or updated correctly.
I think that was the case in my section as well. I don't remember exactly the name of the document, but I had to remove one of them. The document for the most part is the same, but the professor name was different. So I think when the shell was created, that happened. But you have to you might need to remove one of them.
Okay, let me tell you, we did last minute update to the exercise, so we will be checking. Maybe one of them has to be removed. I don't know. I will get someone to help with this. Ed, we cannot hear you. Oh, excellent, excellent. Ed is pointing here that we have to use publicly available data set, which we provide in the classroom. If you use a proprietary data set, it's your responsibility to get from your employer, whoever provide them, a permission to use them, because the content of this data set will be disclosed in the classroom, and you have to get this permission. This is up to you. And I would suggest to work on this if really needed and inform your instructor that you do have the permission of your employer to use this data. Excellent. Thank you, Ed. We didn't hear you. It seems I'm getting here a message from Elena that something really uploaded incorrectly from the model and that she fixed it. But please, everyone, look in the exercise and see what is fixed and what is not fixed. Okay? Okay, confirmation, the link is fixed. I just get here in the chat. Thanks, Danny, for checking, and we appreciate all this because this is for benefits to everyone. Things like this happen. Some of the processes, some of the things are with all this, to upload new content were done manually, and something like this could happen. Thank you so much. Well, I don't see more, and now really I can say enjoy the evening, everyone. Enjoy the evening. Bye.